Sup everyone, I'm your female otaku, and I'm here to review episode 4 of Kiznaiver. And I have finally chosen a best girl for Kiznaiver, because the race was pretty tough, because I really like Sonozaki. Miko, I'm no longer annoyed with her. Maki is amazing, and then we just got introduced to the student, guidance counselor, so I'm just like, oh my gosh, but I finally decided who best girl is. And best girl is Maki Honaka! Oh my gosh, Maki! That diss, man, that she said to Yuta. Cause Yuta, he's just like, oh, plus you got a pretty nice rack. And then Maki just stares, thinks for a little bit, and then she's just like, you know what, but your boobs were bigger than mine back in middle school. I'm like, yo! Bow down! I'm not worthy! I am not worthy! That was amazing! Like, oh my god, Maki! Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. So many fat jokes towards Yuta. They keep that as like an ongoing gag or something like that. Ever since everyone found out that Yuta was fat, that's just been carried on over to each and every single episode. Like, Tenga and Nico won't stop mentioning it. And then we got Maki with that diss, and it's just like, bruh, oh my gosh, that's great. I love the character interaction. So, with the beginning, the gang all starts talking over to Hisomu, talking about, him being a masochist and stuff like that. Like, oh, are you, a psychological type of masochist? You know, the people who, verbal abuse, masochism, one of those types. But he's like, no. And I'm not just any type of masochist. I like sudden pain. Like when a bus just suddenly hits you. And it's just like, oh boy, this is bad. Which, by the way, I hope that this voice actor is getting paid higher than everybody else on the cast of Kiznaiver, because this voice actor is amazing. He goes in with his voice acting. I gotta look up this guy's name, because dude, he's putting 110% into this character, and it's perfect. It really is. Like, oh my gosh. Like, sure, his voice makes me uncomfortable, but I think that's supposed to be the point, because all the other characters are uncomfortable as well. So you know what? Bravo to you, voice actor of Hisomu. So I want to talk about something that I mentioned back over in episode 1, and that is that Sonozaki is the old childhood friend of Katsuhira. Because, you know, there always has to be a childhood friend. You cannot have an anime without a childhood friend to fall in love with. That's just the laws. That's the laws of anime, okay? So then, Sonozaki, she seemed that she used to be a Kiznaiver herself, because back over in the flashbacks, we see that she has the Kiznaiver symbol on the back of her neck. So maybe she was the first test subject for being a Kiznaiver or something like that? I don't know. We're probably going to get more into that pretty soon, but it's just something I want to mention, because it's totally obvious. It's totally obvious that she is Katsuhira's old childhood friend. Now I want to talk about Chidori, because Chidori, you see, for a while I didn't really think she was that much of a tsundere. I thought that she just had a couple, tsundish moments here and there, but it wasn't that bad. This episode, however, oh boy, no, Chidori, no, I don't like her. I do not like her anymore. She's getting extremely irritating, and now she's starting to become more Soon than Dere, and it's like, oh, no, I cannot have this, nope, Oh, she's gonna be irritating. So this episode was basically the OTP, the shipping episode. If you're the type of person who likes to crazily ship people, then you probably had a blast with this episode. You're probably just so like, OMG, Tenga x Chidori, oh my gosh, Sonozaki, it's Katsuhira, oh my gosh, Maki x Yuta, oh my gosh, Hisomu x Nico. Like, wow, you guys must be going crazy. I cannot imagine how Tumblr looks right now. Oh, I'm so glad I don't have a Tumblr account. Tumblr is crazy with those type of things. But yeah, they're basically hinting at a lot of people getting together and stuff like that. And to be honest, I wasn't even really thinking of romance too much for Kiznaiver, but after this episode, it seems like we're gonna have a lot more couples and romantic moments from here on out. So I'm looking forward to that, alright? I really my favorite is with Maki and Yuta's interactions. Those two are pretty funny, I'm not gonna lie. And then you see Yuta, he admits that he only really much cares about looks and doesn't really care about personalities, but Maki, she's the exact opposite. So I found that pretty interesting, the whole dialogue that they had. And then Tenga says that he's gonna help Chidori get with Katsuhira, and I'm just like, nah. Katsuhira x Sonozaki all the way, man. And it seems like Katsuhira's starting to open up more and more to Sonozaki, and I like that, because we really need Katsuhira to have some sort of a personality. So it's nice that he's at least starting to show a little more expression, or do a little more for his character. So that's nice. I'm glad that we got to see some of that. But yeah, I love the character interactions and everything. Now we're going with a training camp, so you know what this means. We're going with a training camp arc, so this should be very interesting. More awesome interactions. Always in love with these characters more and more as we go along, and cannot wait for next week. So catch me later as I review Manga The Adventures of Sinbad, and I'm gonna try to get in a review for Volume 1 of A Silent Voice. I'm your female otaku, sayonara.